Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our first meet and greet of members of the IEEE Control Systems Society Technical Committee on Healthcare and Medical Systems. Today, it is my great pleasure to have here with us Dr. Erfan Nozari, who's going to tell us about himself. Please, the floor is yours, Erfan.
Uh, Hi, everyone. I want to first thank you, Sergio, for inviting me. It's a pleasure and an honor to be invited to this interview and also do the first one, the very first ones. I'm an assistant professor right now at UC Riverside in mechanical, electrical, and bioengineering departments. Um, and as far as my research goes, I always explain it as being at the intersection of control theory, neuroscience, and machine learning. I come from a controls background myself. I did my bachelor's and my PhD in like classical controls. And then in my PhD and kind of postdoc, I started moving more and more towards applications in neuroscience and computational neuroscience. And that's what my lab does right now. So we study the dynamics of the neural code. So the neural code really being the keyword here across vast spatial and temporal scales. We try to cut through scales instead of kind of being confined to one scale, as it is really most often the case. And then we try to use our understanding of the neural code and information processing in the brain to treat neurological disorders. Right now, we're more focused on epilepsy. So we develop like mathematical models, computational theories, machine learning algorithms for understanding how information is encoded in the brain across different tasks, modalities, scales. And also algorithms for extracting like causal graphs to explain how information is processed and transferred in the brain. And finally, as I said, we work on epilepsy. So right now we are more on the modeling and kind of estimation prediction part. But ultimately, the goal is to have like all the elements of a closed loop feedback control system for stopping the seizures in epilepsy.
Okay, good. That's interesting. And out of all those very different aspects that you mentioned, which one is the one that intrigues you, excites you the most?
They're all interesting and exciting. I guess the kind of the bottom line in all of them, and but what's really interesting is the link between computation and mathematics and neuroscience. These are things that I've always been kind of interested in. Math and computation is what I've kind of grown up doing. And human behavior and understanding why we do kind of things that we do has always been kind of like a personal interest. And now my research allows me to kind of merge them together, do the math and computation and the programming that I enjoy in service of understanding the brain, which is, I think, a really cool problem to study.
Okay, good. So let me ask you a slightly different question. So what is shoot to the moon sort of goal? In other words, what would be the kind of achievements you would like to see in our community regarding your research direction?
So ultimately, everything that we do is meant to improve people's lives, help people. So shoot to the moon sounds very ambitious. So if I want to be very ambitious, down the road, I would like to see feedback control systems, broadly speaking, not necessarily neurostimulation for epilepsy, but any kind of adaptive treatment program that can kind of effectively and really help treatments of neurological and psychiatric disorders. These are very costly treatments, especially invasive ones, so they need to be really effective for people to want them and to go through the whole process. And any building block of a feedback control system is a major challenge. So it's really a very ambitious goal, I think. The good news is that many people over decades have been working on it. Neurosurgeons have been implanting feedback control systems in people's brains before even control theorists started getting more and more into the field. So it has a long history. Now there is more and more energy and effort into it. So a lot of kind of good infrastructure is there, but we just need to make sure that all the building blocks kind of work together and they're actually effective, personalized, and a lot of challenges that we need a lot of work to do.
Okay, cool. Erfan, thank you so much for accepting my invitation to be the very first here at Meet and Greet. And I hope that the rest of the members also see this as an invitation to come and join and introduce yourselves to the rest of the community. And I would like to then express once again my thanks to Erfan and see you around, I guess.
Thank you so much. And it was my pleasure being here and talking with you.
Thank you. Bye.